Matt freaking Deacons.
Let's do it.
So you powerlifter.
Yeah. Number chaser.
That's what it is. What do you do for a living?
I work in supply chain. So I'm actually transitioning to a new role, but for last 3 years, I've done basically supply planning. So making sure we have the right stuff in the right place at the right time, whether it's made here, Canada, or Texas, or Tennessee, or India, Brazil, China, however our customers need it. Make sure that's there. Inventory value of like 150 million.
People love and hate you.
Oh, absolutely. I'm both sides of the fence there.
You fucking ride that hard because whenever you're on, they fucking love you, and when you're off, they fucking hate you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, everybody? We didn't fucking plan this.
No.
This just happens to be the fucking hottest hoodie we've done in a long time. It's awesome. Everybody, this is Matt Deacons. Today is the day we brought him in. He won the do a YouTube video with Seth and me beat the fuck out of him in a workout, which I don't know if is going to occur, from Pump Fest. So when we did Pump Fest, we ran a giveaway where the winner would come in and get the trip of HQ and YouTube video and all that. Matt's been in the demo crew for
4.5 years.
4.5 years. You've seen it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you've seen a lot of fun on the internet, on the Facebook, all the good and the bad.
Good and bad, yes.
There has been some. It's been fun.
It's been great.
When there's a lot of people in one area, usually cool things happen. It's funny. But I met you squats with Seth.
Yep.
2 years ago. Year and a half ago.
Up in Michigan. Yep.
Up in Michigan, yeah. That's where we met Aiden.
Yeah, this is where I was at.
Yeah, we were all together.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking
little family get
Reunited.
together.
back together. Reunited and it feels so good. All right, so we're going to train back today, but Matt has been demo crew for 4.5 years. We're just talking about how you worked in supply chain. Mm-hmm. You are a hardworking motherfucker.
Yes,
People
sir.
love and hate you. It's
Yes,
your
sir.
job.
Yes, they hate me, and they love me.
I don't like it. I don't like supply chain. It's part of what I do, and it is a fucking nightmare. It's
Yes.
very difficult to do.
It is. It's very difficult to do well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you have the right data, you can create the right knowledge and take the right action. So,
See,
sometimes there's some pieces missing there. You jump the gun a little bit, and then it gets a little cloudy.
What happens, I'm a very literal person. If you say next week, if you say next Monday, I'm going to ask you on Friday if we're still expecting Monday.
Yeah.
And everything that we do with all of our purchasing that's done here, I'm always like, hey, where's this at? Where's this at? It causes me a ton of anxiety and stress. Like, that's the one part. So I can only imagine dealing with multiple customers. Mm-hmm. No way.
Yeah. And you can't have too much of anything. You got to have the right amount. You can't have too much, can't have too little. You got to have the right amount.
Fuck it up.
Because then you'll have the finance people sniffing up your colon. Then nobody wants that.
I don't like the finance people. I don't like it. I'm in that department too, and I don't like it. Hey, let's look at spreadsheets. I don't want to look at.
I don't want to look at those either.
Get them out of here. But it's cool because we have so many people in the demo crew. There's so many people that follow us. It's unique to get this opportunity to shoot the shit, do a training session, and then just see what you've been a part of and everything that we've grown from this facility here over to the new building. You went to the new building?
Yep.
Yep.
It's a very nice building.
Good to get new cool shit on the walls.
It's a very nice building and a very nice plastic table.
Are you saying my office?
Yep.
I don't have a desk in my office. I do have a desk. It's a fucking 6-foot plastic table that you would see like as a picnic table.
Yep.
I'm not going to buy a desk for a brand new office that I don't half like. I have to all like it.
Absolutely.
Well, then I found the one that I liked all the way, and then it turns out that the return left that I wanted doesn't come in until the end of October. Well, I just looked this morning. It's available. And I want to get I want to get the right size, I want to get the right look, the right color wood, the whole nine. And I didn't order other furniture because the desk is the focal point, and then I can get a credenza and I can get other cool shit in there. Fuck it up. Make fun of my fucking plastic table.
Interior designer over here.
Yeah, half a fag. That's me. But, all right, so we're going to get started on back. Lat focused. Probably going to do a lot of rows. A lot of fucking rows. You feel how it's starting to activate right here? Mm-hmm. So what I like to do is I like to pull to my sternum, do like 8 there, and then I'll do like 8 to my upper chest. So I start warming up my upper back, my rhomboids, but then and then I'll stretch out at the top. So whenever you pull to the front of your chest into that sternum area, you'll just feel a lot more lat engagement. And then you'll, oh yeah.
Huge difference.
See, because everybody always, like whenever you hear, oh, I start with pull downs, how you doing them? Technique is a lot. So, and it goes into a lot of the other exercises. So where you place your hands, like the wider you go, you'll notice the weaker you are on the exercise. So you gotta lighten the weight, but then you'll pull in front and you'll be like, man, my range of motion isn't even the same. So then you change your grip, you move in a little closer and like, oh, I get a little more range of motion, like a further pull. So when you come up, it's just something to toy with. I don't think anybody's right or wrong in all of it because I'm warming up. So I just want to make sure that I feel everything engage. I can get a contraction on every part of my back. That's all, hence I haven't done my 100 pull-ups in a workout yet. Like to begin them yet. I'm not sauced out of my mind yet. Squats. So, or does your squat and deadlift match?
No.
605?
No, my best ever, we'll say raw squat is 550.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you the last time I've done one.
Oh, really?
Because I train in single ply gear.
Well, I mean,
so my best ever in gear is 805.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Very different.
Yeah, very different and also terrifying.
Yeah.
I never did that before. I never put on the suits and did the stuff.
It's
Wait a minute. That's a big jump, dude.
I know. It's the deadlift suit itself is hard.
I don't think if I put on a fucking suit, I'm all of a sudden hitting those numbers. Like there's also a lot of technique that goes into it, and yeah.
And
Do you think you put on a suit and you'd all of a sudden be able to jump, like add 200, put 200 fucking pounds on your squat?
No, I'd probably crumble.
Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. Like I'd be like, you break these old ankles. If you haven't noticed, if you follow me on Instagram, I shattered my shit.
The comeback is off. I'm just kidding.
Fuck off. It ain't dying, motherfucker. So I went over to gymnastics to drop SJ off the one day, and I was stepping from the tumble track onto the spring floor. I had my boots on, not these ones. I had my nice boots on. I stepped onto an unsupported part of the floor and fucking just twisted my ankle. I tore a ligament on the inside, so now I have no ligaments left in my ankle. I tore all the outside ones years ago when I was a kid. I fractured it in 3 places. I have 2 avulsion fractures, the calcaneus and then the bottom of my foot. It all twisted out, so everything in here like kind of just boop, smashed together. I'm not wearing any other fucking shoes other than these. Every day. They're back on. These are Carolinas. Very nice. Yeah. Or not, I'm gonna go get new ones soon. We can make a video about going to get new ones and maybe some lunch.
Boot vlog.
Yeah, new vlog, boot vlog. New boot goofing. Bringing it down, and whenever you do it, you'll feel the squeeze on your lats all the way through.
Old school chin up is right.
Yep, so you're feeling it all engaged right in your lats. There's little to no upper back involved with this. So like I like a nice stretch at the top, stretch and lean forward. You feel it all stretch, then lean back and bring it down to the sternum. Yeah. So you're feeling it all the way into your lower lats. There you go. Good. Good. Oh man. It's a pull down, but it's not a pull down. Like everybody's like, oh, I'm doing my pull downs. And it's like, no, motherfucker, there's a lot that goes into it.
All that.
Yeah, technique. What's that? Oh yeah, I gotta slide out. It's because I'm short as fuck. I gotta fucking. So all my old tendencies is all coming back. It's like riding a fucking bike. Every way I used to get into a set, everything I'm doing is like, it's all like fucking, literally like, every old habit I had got woken back up. It's awesome. I love it. It feels so cool. Now you feel it in your upper back, teres major, teres minor, your rhomboids. And we're not trying to force this all the way down to our chest because the range of motion isn't there. But everything's getting woken up. Good. Good. So now that we're like warmed up like this, you can see that later on when we'll go a little heavier, finishing everything off, same exercise. I do the same shit at the beginning and the same thing at the end. So that way I'm able to finish, like you'll see me finish with like behind the necks. And all I'm doing is just squeezing the shit out of everything I have left.
Love it.
Shoulder mobility. Like a little closer, me personally. So when we're doing this for a lat focus, I'm gonna drag from, I don't go too much lower whenever I go heavier. I'll be like right around kneecap height and I'll pull in to my waist. I pull to my belly button. The second, if I like pull, I'll pull below my belly button. If I just pull above my belly button, changes the whole exercise and it begins to hit mid-back. Can't do the same weights. So if you see someone completely parallel, which whenever you have like a parallel bench, it's fucking great because you're gonna hit a lot of mid-back and upper back. But with a lat focus like here, I'll move on to, whenever we do single arms on the iso row, I'll have like an overhand grip and we'll focus on mid-back over there, or a T-bar and focus. So for here, all I'm thinking about whenever I'm doing this exercise is fucking Dorian Yates, yanking back. So whenever he was like I just see it like him from Olympia when he's just fucking yanking back. And you just see that Christmas tree. So here the whole time, I'm yanking back. Thinking of those low lats and just building that thickness. Because the second it comes above the belly button, transfers, goes to the mid-back. And then for me, that's whenever I would start to become more unstable because you want to keep adding weight. You want to have like 275 on there. Meanwhile, that's how you pull a rhomboid, teres major, teres minor, something like that, because they're much more delicate and you're not strong enough to handle that.
Putting yourself in a weak position, compromised position.
Yep. So, I mean, you can't really see I'm pulling below my belly button, but that's like below the belly button in my head. That's how I train. Racket now. On this next set, I want you to do a couple more here. I want your hands to go a little closer.
A little closer?
A little closer. So you know how like that feeling you just had there? What I want you to do is just change your grip a little bit closer and then see how it feels and then be like, okay, just get the feel of the two different. A little further down. There you go. Stay in more of a fixed position there. There you go. Feel how you're starting to hit down here a little more?
Yep. Ooh.
So
that's super close position, man.
I only picked it up if you go back and watch like Dorian Yates, old school bodybuilders, you'll see them because usually everybody's very neutral.
Right.
Like, right in line with your shoulders. But then if you go a little bit closer, we're talking just an inch or two.
Like a finger.
And it makes a huge difference because then I just noticed because just fucking around. But I like the closer grip on these, not like super close,
right,
but just a smidge closer, and I'm able to come back and yank on it and just get a different type of squeeze. Because the wider I get, the more at risk I believe that those smaller parts of my back, smaller muscles on my back become, especially when I start getting heavy. But I feel stable once I throw like 225 or 270 on. I can move some weight.
ask for a spot. I'd never be afraid to ask for a spot. Most people are afraid to. Go to a
that is true. Most people are afraid to ask for a spot. Yeah, like, I think that's one of the cool things, like, I don't know, even, because even me, like, if I needed a spot, like back in the day when I was training at public gyms, if I was doing like close grips with 315, I'd be like, hey, I need a spot. But it didn't matter who, because I just need somebody to be able to guide me or like carry it on, and it could be a young kid or it could be anybody.
And if I'm pushing it and I get down to that 8th rep and I get 3/4 and I'm paused there and there's nobody there,
that's bad.
That's bad news bears.
It's scary.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I remember my first time I had to dump one was in the rec center at University of Toledo. I had a plate and a 35 on each side, and I was too big of a pussy to ask for a spot. Yeah. And I'm like, anybody around? Guess not.
And did you have the clips on, or could you dump it?
At that time, I didn't have the clips on, so I dumped it, but I looked like a major fucking idiot.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't know, and going back whenever I was training at a public gym, like I'd see somebody like, you know, they're by themselves and they're fucking amped, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna hit something today, and I'd be like, hey, like I know, like you were struggling on your last set and you just added 15 pounds. Yeah. You added 20 pounds. I'm gonna come help you, motherfucker. And it was cool, but it was, you know, I think that's a camaraderie builder at the gym as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I do miss public gyms to a certain extent. Maybe they're different. They might be different than they were like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, I would say it's been a while since I've been to we'll say a public gym. The gym I go to is public, but it's only a select people come in there. So I'm always around the same people every time.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm up against like Joe Schmo, who I've never met before. You know, like, hey, I just saw you curling 20s. Can you come help me deadlift 600?
No, you're not getting that at your gym?
I'm one of the like lower level guys in my gym. There's a guy this week who's got a meet in Michigan this weekend. He'll probably squat 1,050. Yeah. At 280, 280 pounds. He'll probably squat 1,050. Fine member of our sheriff's department. Strong boy.
Holy fuck. Like I remember squatting. I remember starting it whenever I first started hitting the high sixes, like 685. Like, I mean, I was fucking out of my mind at the time, snorting anadraws, if you will. But like, dude, you start moving, and that was with wraps and a belt. Dude, you start creeping up into the 8s. Like, that's some weight, dude. That'll crush you. That'll literally break your fucking. That'll break you.
Absolutely.
1,000 pounds. Man, that adrenaline rush has got to be nuts.
I remember the first time I squatted 800, I was like nervous as hell, but they all believed I could do it more than I believed I could do it.
Yeah.
And then the very first powerlifting meet I ever competed in, there was a guy who gets up there, picks it, and it just goes right over his head, rolls up the back of his neck with 800 something pounds. So that was running through my head while I'm about to get underneath this. Now, granted, he was also completely shaved. He left this rash from the center camber of the bar all the way up the knurling, all the way up his head. Okay. He was perfectly fine. He went and squatted the next time.
There you go. Nice. Oh, all right. Feeling good.
Get it? Get it. My grip is one of my worst parts, believe it or not.
Dude, grip strength's not a joke.
It sucks.
Grip strength's not a joke. Mine's not shit. I just don't like to, when I'm training, I like to focus on the body part.
Sure.
So as a bodybuilder, it's like the way I did my grip strength, dude, whenever I was doing all the functional training, just doing hanging leg raises, fucking pull-ups, dead hangs. It's my philosophy on like grip strength is, like you see a kid that hangs from a bar for like a minute. Like you see a toddler, you're like, motherfucker, look at that kid. He can hang on to that thing, strong as fuck. Then you look at old people and you're like, man, that old man just hung on that fucking dead hang for a minute and a half. You get a fucking old 70-year-old guy doing that, but meanwhile, we don't think about it while we're in our years now. So it's like grip strength's important. So when I do like hanging leg raises or pull-ups or just dead hangs in general, I think it's a great way to work grip strength. Just for your own personal body weight. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Come on. Nice. 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 The zesty set. Focus on the top. We'll do double hands with this weight because this is it's a lighter weight. And then when we throw another one on, we'll start doing a couple singles. Slow, control, little close, hands a little closer together. There you go. Sing, you'll feel it engage here and then squeeze. Yeah. Good. Half a second hold. Boom. Good. Boom. Good. Down. Good. Keep those elbows up. There you go. So, the second your elbows start to come down, think a little lat focus. The second that you want to keep them up so it stays in the mid back, and then whenever we're doing like a single row, same thing.
Okay.
Because in my opinion on here, a lot of people try and get too much twist. They'll try and get this whole thing.
Yeah.
And like I get it, but this is supposed to be like a mass builder. So with the grip that we're going up top, right here, like we can't go any further than we are right here.
Yeah.
Unless we twist. And if we start twisting with too much weight, we're just risking injury. So having it here, and the more up your elbows are, and again, if your elbows being in, you're in a sense stronger because you're using a lat, which is stronger than your upper back.
Sure.
So in my opinion, like whenever we're here, I'm trying to stay nice and tight, and I keep my elbows up. But if the weight starts to get too heavy, I've pulled muscles in my mid back from trying to use too much weight and keep my elbows up.
Yeah.
So it's that fine line that I'm trying to find personally.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm disagreeing with anything your training styles.
No,
this is all that is
different.
occurring in my head while I'm doing every exercise.
Absolutely. One else thing I noticed is maybe the seat needs to come down a smidgen for me.
Short guy jokes, huh? Everybody got
See what shirt you're rocking underneath.
You got the same one on. That'd be funny as fuck. I wore the big sellers. Huh?
Nope, not-
No, you don't got this one
that
on? I like this one. Good. Nice and strong. That's easy, that's easy, that's easy.
Let's get it. Squeeze it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there you go, yeah. That's my
Nice.
second favorite. Good. Nice. Come on. Come on. Good. Come on. Easy, easy. Good squeeze. Good stretch. Good. Good. Nice. Woo. Yeah.
That got heavy.
Oh.
Let's get it.
Come on. Good. Come on. Nice. Strong. It's easy. Easy. Come on. Good. Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Another one. You had more. You had more.
The bad thing about powerlifting, here's what I think the bad thing is. Outside of you looking completely awesome, lifting a shit ton of weight one time,
Yeah.
it's the instant gratification. It's the issue we have in this world right now, of everything being instant gratification.
Yeah.
And so you're going in, you hit that one rep and you are riding a high for as long as can be because you hit one rep for one thing. Like that's great, that's why I call it number chasing. Because you're shooting to hit one number at one time.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd say it's the same as today with the instant gratification. Only because, like, that instant gratification of hitting a number, sure, but like, you're not guaranteed to fucking hit it, bud.
No, you're not.
Like, so that instant gratification comes, I get it, I know what you're saying, but I'm also like, don't play it down like, dude, powerlifting is fucking ruthless. It's not easy to hit those numbers.
Absolutely not.
Because if you're, like, especially if you're trying to hit a PR, bro, one of the reasons people get discouraged in powerlifting or get frustrated or lose focus and get hurt is because they're chasing those numbers and they're not staying focused because they've missed it this many times. Like, powerlifting is a whole different world. And I couldn't, in my head, it does not work.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't do it. It might be because of, I know I'm better at this.
Yeah.
So like if I go after powerlifting and if I don't hit something, I'll be those people. They're like, oh, fuck this. I didn't hit it this week. I'm just gonna do something else. But meanwhile, with this workout, I gravitated towards bodybuilding because I was getting that gratification from that workout.
Yeah, see, and for
Man, I had a full circle moment there talking to myself.
For me, I realized I'm so much better at just picking things up and putting them down than I am playing the 16 to 20 week game. So since I started focusing on that, because I realized I was good at that, then I'm like, okay, well, let's see what we can do with numbers. And that's when I went from 610 raw squat to putting gear on to now I hit 730. Meet went to 705, perfect. Then in training went up to 805 in 14 months. And that's just because I'm like, okay, well, one rep spurts is what I'm good at. So let's just focus on that. I mean, meanwhile, I ballooned up in weight, but that's okay.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Because you're
to an
enjoying
extent.
yourself.
Absolutely.
And I think that's one thing that's lost is people just, you need to make sure that you enjoy what you're doing, and it's still going to be hard and difficult. Like, it's not easy to stay on a program or stay on a diet for 14 to 16 or 12 weeks, whatever it is. So it's kind of like choosing what you're good at, but it's still difficult. Like choosing your hardness or which you're gonna go with, but you also enjoy it.
Right.
Like, I fucking love this shit. I love it. I like to use the outer grip like with a neutral position, a hand into an under. I like the under. So all I'm doing is I'm thinking of that same thing we were doing on the rows, but this time I'm pulling back into with an underhand grip.
Okay.
Unique feeling. Check the weight on. It's just because it's gonna pull you into this. Your chest gets fucking buried into this, so it's a little uncomfortable. But you'll get a great contraction on your lats.
Okay.
This thing's a cunt too. There's no. I wish there was a pedal.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, digs in. Again, shorter range of motion. Don't go try too far. We just want to hit those lats. Perfect. Perfect. You feel them? Mm-hmm. Good stretch, good squeeze. Focus on these lats. Nice. Whew. Good. Nice. 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 Good pulls. There you go. Woo!
Squeeze it.
Nice. Good squeeze. Yeah. I was going to do one warm-up set and then 2 work sets.
Okay.
So with this exercise, look at it 2 different ways. As a thickness builder, in my head, this is me. This isn't in my head. I can use it as something where I can move some fucking weight. Over the years, my training style, I have a rhythm. I just watch other bodybuilders and just emulated them until I found my own way. Jay Cutler, Dorian Yates. I just pay attention to their movements and how they hold their body in their position and how they would be able to manipulate a movement, and then they take their shirt off in a video and be like, oh, that's what they're working. So with this, I look at it 2 ways. Either something that I can have complete control over and be very strict, or it's something that I can have a little more movement with. I have strong core, strong base, strong hams. I'm in it, and whenever I pull, I'm touching right where I need to with a little heavier weight. Okay, so I'd term it in my head a mass builder, where I'm building thickness on my lower lats with a close grip. Because I'm here, and I'm right here, because if you have this close grip, I can't go any further than right here. So there's no way for me to, okay, how we were over there with that. So now I'm just looking at overall thickness of the lats, and I can move a little more weight with it, and I can have a rhythm. Okay. Or I can stay super strict and just stay right here, strong base. Lighter weight, obviously, and no body English to it. So it's kind of on what I'm trying to achieve. With this, I'm probably gonna move a little more weight. I still got some left in the tank right now, so I wanna move a little bit heavier weight. One warm-up set, 2 work sets, and with the close grip. Last week, I did an underhand grip with the cambered bar, With this, I did an underhand grip here, and obviously a little more range of motion, pulling all the way back. But we did some underhands over there, so I figured this week I'd test this out, because I'm still feeling my workouts out on how I'm gonna, because in my head I'm taking notes on this workout. How I feel, the weight, how 275 felt pretty fucking good over there. Next week I'm gonna do 315. I didn't feel like going 315 today, because I'm like, I don't want to risk injury, don't know how I'd feel with it. So it just continued to compound, but then it's like, okay, after that we're gonna finish with some pullovers and some behind the neck pull downs. So I'm gonna use a little bit of body English with these and focus more on lat fitness. Okay. And I'm pulling low like you are, because if I pull a little higher, I'm gonna work into that mid back. If I keep pulling low, we're staying with them lower lats. It's impossible for me to go any further, so therefore it's like, in my head I'm like, oh, it's restricting my range of motion to a point where I should be building overall thickness.
Right.
Whereas if I would look at this as a detail exercise, I should use something where I can kind of get a better contraction all the way back. Good. Good. Come on. More reps.
Let's go. Let's go. Pull. Go. But now you're over here like, I don't even know half the artists nowadays, besides Taylor Swift. I can't even understand half the words they say.
However,
I don't.
What Mr. Young Aiden has done, which is, this is, because I'm with you. However, this generation, they're bringing back like all the bands that were like 2000s, the trendy metal, or some of the other ones, the off bands that never caught the big trend. Mm-hmm. Bro, that's the ones he's putting in all these fucking in these things, and everybody's like, his song. I'm like, this is crazy that this has come back almost 20 years later.
It's crazy to think, like, for example, Creed.
So I have hope.
Yeah.
Creed,
for example,
and fucking, like, all this shit, like this, he's like, dude, this song just, I'm like, are you fucking with me right now? He's over here buying camo fucking pants, and listening to all these bands, and I'm like, I still thought these things were cool in my head, but I kept them to myself, and now they're trendy.
Yeah, like, Creed's a great one. It's like, you listen to it then, you're like, oh, who the hell likes this? This is great then. Then five years later, who the hell likes this? This is garbage. And now you listen to it again, like, oh, that was great. Which is it?
It is fucking awesome. I don't know. I'm enjoying it because I don't know. Now I know how our parents felt whenever, like, when we were kids, something got trendy and we were into it, and I'm like, holy fuck, mom and dad, like that's how they felt.
Right.
Big pulls. Good. Come on. Good. Come on. Still strong. Still strong. Come on. There you go.
Reason you went to the front after the back.
A little dangerous. It's an easy way to twinge it. That's why I'm with you don't do too crazy weight. I like behind the backs, keep my shoulder mobility, and I get a really great squeeze on my mid back. So as I'm doing a rear double bicep and I twist back, previously I used to not have such good mobility when I would pose.
Gotcha. Back
poses were like a nightmare for me. So I've worked on my shoulder mobility, and as I start getting bigger, I don't want to lose it. So behind the necks, good way to still feel all the different muscle groups. So this time, like with all the massage therapy, all that I'm doing, I want to keep my shoulder mobility. So that way, whenever I'm doing a rear double bicep, or I hit a rear double bicep up into like a more aesthetic pose, like it's more visually appealing, and I'm not like sitting there like trying to wiggle it and feel it.
Yeah.
So that way, whenever I'm hitting a pose, like I know exactly where everything is. I'm like, ooh, I feel it. I feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Everything. So at each step, so keeping that shoulder mobility and then still being able to get a contraction. I don't ever want to see people, like if I'm doing this, don't just do something to do it because you saw it and it was cool on the internet. Do it so that you actually feel it. You want to be able to feel the contraction, feel the muscle group, so that way you have control over it. Because if you're training like a bodybuilder, whether it's for the stage or just because you want to look cool on Instagram or in the gym for yourself or at home in the mirror or Snapchat, whatever you're doing, I want to make sure that you're doing it and you're feeling it, so that way you're getting the most out of it. Because whether you're on stage or not, like we still want to look good as a bodybuilder. So that's why when I'm in a mirror or I'm looking at something, I'm paying attention and then I'm emulating that exercise to a pose. I do that with every single exercise. It's worked for me. Stay tight, don't force it. Good. 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 Go to the front now. Good. Good. Stretch. Stretch. Good. We'll lighten the weight on the next one. Mm-hmm. Good. Oh. Let's go.
Get it.
Oh. Hey.
Boom.
Oh. One more. You a big Jean-Claude Van Damme fan?
Not my favorite.
Oh no, too much cocaine.
Too much.
Too much. He did push the limits.
Yes.
He did. Yeah. Who's your 1980s, 90s superhero?
Steven Seagal.
Oh my God,
man.
What movie was it? Was it Under Siege with the titties?
It was that one. The other one was, I think it was Fire Down Below.
Oh yeah.
That was a great one, and that happened to be on, the amount of times like Speed was for a while, where it was on like every day.
Yeah.
I grew up on that one.
Under Siege was mine with Steven Seagal because my dad, our dad's generation, they grew up watching, they loved that shit that was like the action packed. So like Under Siege, I remember it was an R-rated movie and I was a little young, but then I remember the chick popping out with the titties and I was like, oh fuck yeah, titties. This is cool. This is why dad likes this movie, because he kicks ass and there's tits in this.
There's another one that was on TV all the time, Stripes. Another great one. Another great one. It was on TV the other day and I put it on, my wife's like, the hell is this? She goes, why are you watching an old movie? And I'm like, because it's old and it's awesome.
That's what my kids say. They're like, this is old. I'm like, you don't want to watch it with me? They're like, it's old. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. This is such a good quality movie. But I hope you all learned something. This was a great workout, brother. Thanks for coming in. This was
Thanks
awesome.
for having me, man.
Oh, man, it was great. Next time we'll do a bench squat deadlift, and I won't do any of them, and you can show everybody what you do. Oh. I'm not doing that shit.
Oh, come on, man.
Nope.
You don't want that smoke?
Nope, I want none of it. I can't even fucking walk around without banging an ankle up. I'm gonna stick to what I'm good at. I'm not gonna do anything else.
Absolutely.
I like slow trucks and bodybuilder workouts. As always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you check out the description for the workout, and then you're in the demo crew. So what's the code for the % off?
Deacons 10.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in there this time.
Love it.
Yeah, make sure. I don't have a discount code. We give it to everybody. Aiden has Helimix, Axe and Sledge, Pride Foods too. No.
No, I'm not with Pride.
Oh, you just get free Pride
They
stuff.
just give me some stuff.
Yeah, because you're nice.
Because I'm Dean's friend.
I didn't get the America Pie yet. I didn't get that one. I got the pumpkins.
Pumpkin's amazing.
Pumpkin
dude. With
is-
apple pie farm fed.
I do whey drip. Pumpkin pie. Their pumpkin is fire as fuck. But then the Helimix, and then code Ian for Gymreapers. Everything. I don't know. We just do it so that
The playlist, just look down
the
there.
playlist is in there. But as always, everybody, warm it up. Slap her on the ass. Let her know you love her. Follow Matt, and keep doing cool shit.